Morning, everyone. It's 8:45 on Friday, end of the week, beginning of a three-day weekend. No market on Monday for Juneteenth. Asia and Europe both higher. Our futures are up 58 in the Dow, up 54 in the Nasdaq, and up about just under $10 in the S&P. Asia and Europe both higher. Um, and kind of interesting, Bill Gates goes to China. Um, I don't know that I would choose him as an ambassador. He and his, buddies Buffett and Soros. Um, I don't actually want them representing my interests, and that 2025 world domination just means, they'll say something and do something else. Their main SOP has been have these guys come in and we'll just steal their IT. So that doesn't really impress me. Sofi, a stock that we traded from $4.50 uh, two or three times on the way up here. Went from 445 to 1023. This morning it's 905. That 1023, by the way, was the day before yesterday. And now it is being hit by a bunch of downgrades across the board. Some of them were, let's see, Bank of America, Piper Sandler. Um, these are moves away from it, but interestingly, um, B of A raised their price target to 10 from 9.5, even though they cut it to neutral from buy. Overweight at Piper Sandler cut to neutral. Piper Sandler raises their price objective to 8 from 650. Oppenheimer downgraded it. That's what got this started a couple of days ago, with the first 7% move. So, um, you know, I think it's a great company. I think if after a little bit of consolidation, it probably ought to be higher. Okay, $1.7 billion takeover of iRobot cleared by a UK regulator. I don't get where they have the right to do anything with our companies, but that's the trend. So iRobot, which was a great movie, but it didn't include the Rumba vacuum. Um, Amazon taking this company, closed 42 yesterday. This morning, 52.77, 50.49 the last, up 8.41 or 20%. SPCE, another one of the meme stocks with just a scant 25% short interest, going back to their commercial space endeavor. Okay, this is the billionaires 250,000 to the quote edge of space. If you have 250, like the other 800 people that they say they have on a waiting list, good for you. Really has nothing whatsoever to do with the real commercial space, which is being handled by Blue Origin and SpaceX. So Virgin Galactic really and also ran with a high in the 60s. It was one of the first SPAC deals, and has since been $3. On the destruction of equity, PBLA. Uh, this is a biotech, clinical stage biotech, and they're doing an $8.5 million public offering. Uh, this is H.C. Wainwright 2 days ago maintained with a $6 price objective. Okay, so this stock has a an adjusted high of 180,000. I know that seems kind of absurd, but here's the reason. Because over the years they have reverse split the company twice that I can find. Once one for 40 and once one for 30 just recently. To give you an idea of what that looks like, if you bought 100 shares of this stock anywhere along that timeline, you now have 8 shares worth $3.80 a piece. So about $30, $32. So major destruction of equity. Looks like no reason for it to stop. Okay, the chart on the screen is wheat. We are long. We got long in here around 605. We're trading 676, and we'll probably take a little bit of a profit today up against all of these closes in this general area. On the daily, this is getting a little bit overbought. Of course, all of the grains have been higher, something that I keep on mentioning because it means food inflation remains. Last 676 even, 676 now and a half. As far as the other, all of the grains substantially higher, oil higher, gasoline higher, heating oil higher, and finally nat gas trying to move up here. Gold up, silver up, cattle was up, hogs was up. I mean, again, meats higher, grains higher. Coffee down a little, sugar up, cocoa down a little, lumber up $2, and so what? Bitcoin up 90, Ethereum basically unchanged, down $1. The US dollar is about unchanged at 101.71, and that is substantially off the recent highs over 103. Let's just take a quick look here. Yeah, 104 and a quarter here, 104.60, currently 101.70. So big move to the downside, while the bonds have actually gone up. And speaking about the bonds, our recession indicator, this 210 spread, at the height of the Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank, etc., it got as high intraday as 107. I don't remember seeing it close over 100. We also had a move all the way back down to just under 50 basis points negative. We are back at 96, and nobody can tell me that that's good news, not for the market and not for the economy. Last 1 second look here at the rest of the market and stocks. We have Adobe up 23 on yesterday's great earnings. We have Micron up $2 on a Chinese expansion. Why don't you just print it and airdrop it in Beijing? Disney CFO is stepping down, but it's a medical leave of absence, so not probably a problem. Another problem, though, for Goldman Sachs, the board is re-evaluating David Solomon's post. He did not come from within. He was an ex-Bear Stearns guy, so we'll see how that shakes out. probably not in his favor. Nucor beat on earnings. They're in the steel business. They're up a little. Cabot is 70 and low change, down $4.50 on sales volume for performance chemicals and materials. And they withdrew their fiscal year 23 earnings outlook. Humana doing nothing, and as I said, Virgin Galactic, so what? All right, folks, have a good day. I'll be back on Tuesday.